So, what did we get to last time? So last time, I don't think I could use the court record in this one to help me explain what happened in the last one. But last time we started chapter 4. And in chapter 4, we are helping Phoenix out with this new the new court system where they're using like a jury system. And Phoenix handpicked this specific trial about this girl who supposedly murdered her father, who was an artist. Yo, sounds good, Omega. Thanks. Her name is Vera. I wish I could look at the court record for it, but I think this is different. Yeah. So Vera was his as being. We have to defend Vera because people think that she was the only one who had access to her father, because her father was like shut in and he used to do this artwork, these pieces of art, and his only outside connection to the world was this little letterbox. And the only person that really had contact with her was Vera at the time. So that's how it started, and so everybody believed that was her, and then he was poisoned, and she was the one who had access to the poison, and she poured him coffee, and the poison was found on the coffee cup. We did a bunch of investigating, and we found that he was poisoned from like a stamp from a letter that was sent many years ago. And that, we initially thought that the father was an art forger. He'd forged like art paintings, but not only art paintings, he also forged other things. He was able to make a perfect replication of anything that he wanted. He was able to create anything that he wanted, whether it be like a handwritten note or like fingerprints on a specific object. He could do that. But during the trial, we realized that the only conclusion was that it wasn't him who was the art forger or the evidence forger. It was Vera herself, and he unbeknowingly took the poison from the stamp, thinking that he just really needed a stamp. Vera just had it and kept it safe, and he ended up using it because he was in a rush to post the letter. We still don't know all the details behind it, because what happened during the trial when Vera was accused and she was about to tell us more information is that she was poisoned with the same poison at a lower dose, so she's not dead, but she's definitely in trouble, and she fell unconscious. And now we're having a flashback 7 years ago to a case that Phoenix did, it looks like. So this is 7 years ago, and I believe this is, we haven't seen anything about this yet, but I believe this is the case where Phoenix lost his lawyer badge because of like forged evidence, and during the trial in the last chapter, forged evidence came up in some way. I think they were talking about a book. I forget exactly what kind of book it was. Book with something on the back that Vera had done a long time ago. Yes, so this takes place on April 19th, and it is also April 19th today, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I believe that this is the case where the first forgery that Vera did that wasn't art related took place. Like it was involved in some way. We just don't know exactly what happened. Maybe. I'm sure a lot of people are though. So we don't know exactly what happened, and we don't know. We know that it probably has something to do with what's her face? Trucy. I forgot Trucy's name. Trucy and her father. We need to figure out more about that. And the magicians. But yeah, that's where we are. We don't know anything about this, except it looks like I am playing as Phoenix, which I love. I love my boy Phoenix. I've missed him. Miss 23. Apollo's great, but Miss Phoenix. So that's where we are right now. We're about to do this trial from 7 years ago. We don't know anything about it. I'm just gonna let it play. I'll look at the court record after we get into the court to see exactly what's happening, rather than trying to investigate too early. Don't want to be too inquisitive, but I think that's everything. So, I think it's fine. Without further ado, let's go. Phew. Okay. It's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. Gotta try and relax. Ah, good morning, Mr. Enigma. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. Looks like one of the magicians. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared. I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me about what happened yet. All we did was play cards. Oh right, they were all playing cards, weren't they? And that was enough. Actually, it wasn't, trust me. Oh yeah, little Trucy! So cute! Baby Trucy.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
Ha 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 ha. I am fine, as always. So this is her dad. So this is Zach Gramarye. What's the name he's going by? Enigma? This old boy is here to help me. It's a young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, old boy. Huh? Me? They started.
Here.
Oh, that was her speaking. We just don't know her name, even though we know who it is. They're literally playing her theme, so I think we can figure out who it is even without a question mark. What's this? It seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least less than 10 swift minutes remain. For all those who supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell, Magnifi Gramarye. Oh, that's the name of the big magician that everybody, famous.
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
What's this? A memo for you or such? Or some such? Oh, for the looks of it. What is this? It's like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. Into the court record. Okay. Well, how do you feel about the trial today? Mr. Key piece of the... If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I decided to gloss over him completely. Yep. I spent 40 minutes staring at a sweaty dude, trying to figure out where his towel was, while he was cleaning his glasses and some other stuff. It was great. We'll get through it, somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy in here. Oh, right, it's probably Clavier, I'm guessing. Ah, an easy win then, yes. They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it is a difficult situation I put you in. But allow me to say this one thing, Mr. Wright. Yes? They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So, do your best, but do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. Do what I can. What does he mean by that? Ha 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 ha! I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes. Isn't that right, Trucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. The client is Shady Enigma, known to the world as Zach Gramarye. A wildly popular magician, star of Troupe Gramarye. His mentor, Magnifi Gramarye, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in the golden age of stage magic, till he was shot dead. Oh, Zach Gramarye is the suspect, okay. April 19th, 10 a.m. April 19th. Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigma. Oh my god, it's Phoenix's badge. Sorry, I should turn this down a tiny bit. I'm afraid. His body found in the hospital room, shot in the forehead. Touch the check button for details. Ooh. Not a lot of blood for being shot in the forehead. In his diary, the page is torn out. A gun on the table. Syringe. The bound thing on the left. The hole in its head. Also music, by the way. And a greenish IV bag. Oh, and the needle isn't in his arm. It's just off to the side. Magnifie's autopsy report. Cause of death. Single gunshot to the head. Estimated time of death 11 to 11:30 p.m. Loss of blood from bullet wound. Oh, there was loss of blood. We just don't see it in the photo. Malignant tumor confirmed in victim's liver. Oh. He's gonna die from liver cancer. Interesting. And then it seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least only less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who... It's 40. Magnifie. Alright. Juicy! Oh my god. I don't know who's more precious. Trucy or Pearl. What is his hair? His facial hair is extremely strange. Looks like paper. Oh my god, it's my boy! The defense is ready, Your Honor. That's definitely Clavier. Oh my god, did you just come from a concert, bro? Is the prosecution ready? I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss is about? VR, can you... Thank you for gifting a sub to he who shall not be named. I appreciate the support. You're great. Thank you, thank you. I hope they enjoy the emotes. Well, that one's fine. I don't mind Lotta. I mind her a little. I wouldn't be thrilled if she was in the next few games. Or in this one. Thanks for gifting us up to Lotta, Wanda. Bit of a buzzkill, really? Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime? Bondo, thanks for gifting us up to Clavier Gavin Rock God. Much appreciated. It's super nice of you to do a Thanks for gifting us up to Wendy Oldbag. Wendy_Oldbag_ exclamation point. Does Wendy_Oldbag not exist? I appreciate it. Subs for all these weird characters. What about the good characters? Trucy and Phoenix and Gumshoe, Edgeworth. Bobby. Iris! Let me gift us up to Dalek, I'm really upset. There we go, Quando. Thanks for a gifted sub to Trucy. __ right. Much appreciated. Super nice of you to do. Enjoy the emotes, Trucy. Hope she continues to be precious. Dahlia Hawthorne 1. VR, thanks for the gifted sub to Mr. Gumshoe himself. I hope you are doing well today. I hope Gumshoe is doing well today. I appreciate the support. Oh my lord. And the judge is just staring at us. Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime? Not the worst. This is a trial, yeah? Where are the sweaty palms? The pounding hearts? Let's go, Quando. Thanks for the gifted sub to Miles Edgeworth. We're gonna get the entire Ace Attorney cast subbed into my chat soon. Appreciate the support. Akura, thanks for the gifted sub to Manfred von Karma. Much appreciated. Angel, thanks for the gifted sub to the best twin sister, Iris Hawthorne. Much appreciated. You guys are fantastic. Alright. I'm gonna keep going with the game, but I really appreciate the support. And I love the memes. I don't love the memes anymore. Wonder why. A Gavin Years concert got 10 times the thrill this gig's got. There we go, VR. Thanks for the gifted sub to Larry himself. I wonder what Larry's up to these days. 2026. I appreciate the support, Quando and VR, for the Blue Badger and Larry Butts himself. What is happening? Gifted subs. Who? Were you again? Yes, Quando. Thanks for the gifted sub to Apollo Justice. Much appreciated. Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, yeah. Gavin, defense attorney. Christopher Gavins. Figures my bro is more famous in this part of town. Javier Gavin, lead singer for the mega hit band The Gavineers. You're out of your league, rock boy. Yeah, Phoenix! Super confident after being on the job for like 10 years. I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. Oh. My debut single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah? I appreciate it, Quando. It's super nice of you to do. Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way. I'm just getting warmed up. Air attorney, right? Perhaps you would be so kind as to fill us in on the case. Tongue, baby. Time to call on the opening act. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe! Oh my god, he's alive! And you are? VR, thanks for the gifted sub to Steel Samurai. And Panic, thanks for the 5 gifted subs in chat. Much appreciated. Super nice of you to do. I'm not gonna get through the game. Oh my lord, Gumshoe. I'm so glad Gumshoe's in this game. And you are? Hey, you were the one who called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct. Bye, bully. Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see. Super nice of you guys to do. Hey, you! Huh? Me? Today's the day, pal. Today I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony? Hey, detective, this is my stage. Can the antics. All this hey-youing and such. And I could care less about your history together. Oh. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand. It happened 6 days back, in a room at the General Hospital. The facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient, asleep in a hospital bed. Whoops. The killer comes in, puts a pistol to his forehead, and BAM! Lights out! Them's the facts. Not so long ago, victim Magnific Gramarye was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. Ah, yes. The great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnifi to one of my generation, and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare. Yes, though I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say Troop Gramarye has made quite a name for themselves. Anyhow, the retired Magnifi has been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? A more ignorant tutor or something? No, he tried his best. Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah. A malignant tumor, perhaps? In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact. Okay. Tumor in liver has progressed to the final stage with no hope for recovery. Patient has 3 months to live. Patient has chronic diabetes. Requires regular insulin. Interesting. Lammy-Roar! Thanks for the gifted sub to Lammy-Roar, Polly. I appreciate the support. Super nice of you to do. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the emotes, Lammy-Roar. The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right. The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? Good question. Wouldn't have put it so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die? Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes. Diabetes? In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. Gura, thanks for the gifted sub to Talon2460. Much appreciated. Super nice of you to do. Enjoy the emotes, Omega. When he was shot with a pistol, the syringe was found at the crime scene. Oh, interesting. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. Small syringe. Small syringe that used for insulin has been washed and shows no signs of use. But you have to take regular shots with it. Interesting. Is there anything weird about it? Let's take regular shots. Why is there no signs of no use? Not just a little use, but no use? Fusion, thanks for the gifted sub to the MPB of the game. I appreciate the support, Fusion. Super nice of you to do. Oh, we can examine. Each attorney's badge has a number engraved on the back. No two numbers are the same, so if you drop it, people will know it was you. Better make sure I don't lose mine. No signs of use? I always hated getting shots. Guess Magnifi was giving himself the insulin. There's no way I could do that. Wait. Magnifi used this to inject his insulin. Why are there no traces? That's what I was wondering, Phoenix. Why are there no traces of it having been used? Something to keep in mind. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had? Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances of the shooting. Yes, sir. Actually, the what? The victim kind of ordered the defendant to do it. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the crime scene. No doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir. He looks so happy. What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting? Those are the facts. I have the letter in question. Oh, I thought they were gonna read it. Okay, they just gave it to me as evidence. To my beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. On the 13th, 11:05 p.m., I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Very unusual indeed. Although, if such a thing as a letter really caused one to pull a trigger, no wonder. I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of this letter. Ah, you cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court? Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? That's a good point. The devil's in the details there, attorney. Well, was there some reason? As it turns out, there was. Every single night, for half an hour, starting at 11 AM. The victim, Magnifique Grammar, was given an IV. An IV? There it is in the picture, off to the side of the bed. At 11 o'clock, the doctor would come up to set the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night, without fail. That was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption. During his IV. Very well. Okay, that makes sense. Shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would. What's this reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? Could have at least mentioned it to me. Could have, but that would make the game too easy. God. Throwback. Hold it! How can you be so sure? Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cranking. Fail to grasp the concept of questioning, detective. First, we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead, loud and clear. I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective. We also found the detective's pistol at the scene. Well, the defendant, sorry. Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently. Well, Mr. Wright? As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecutor's claim. But maybe there's something in there I can use. Saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. It looks like the clown was also shot. Unless that's just the hole for it to hang on, but it looks too neat. The hole does look a bit bigger though. Why would you hang the clown upside, like, through its forehead though? That's kind of weird. Looks like he was shot. But the bullet hole is bigger. I think there's a hole in the oh. Shot something else! Wait, I didn't get to finish talking to Gumshoe though! Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me. Yeah, wait, what did the letter say? It said he only... He will shoot square in the forehead. He never said my forehead. He just said the forehead. Or a forehead. In the forehead. Yes. What does this letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes? Bingo, pal! That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead. Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice to do. What? And you can prove that with this photo. I can prove he had a choice, yes. The defendant might have fired, like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot? I got it! Got him. The clown doll. Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead too. Oh, there's a hole in the forehead. Yes, and a hole in the prosecutor's claim. Yo, let's go, kids! Ah, and you suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll. He shot the doll's forehead. His forehead? Ah. Let's read the orders once more. Yes, Phoenix. You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter. I admit, I'm impressed, but I expected nothing else. Still, this doesn't mean that he didn't shoot the victim. Maybe, right? I wanna feel like it. Perhaps he did not have to shoot a forehead as ordered. But the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to talk. This is the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. The bullet hole in the clown's doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim. Sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is gonna get. Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into your account and continue with your testimony. What if he shot the clown? So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim? Heh, not a bad summary, pal. More for confirmation than a summary. Whatever. That was really more for confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seems pleased enough with themselves. Don't these people have a chance to change the mocking me? Well, now then, Mr. Wright has gotten that out of the system. Shall we continue with the testimony? I don't have time to gather all the information. Oh. Testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention. Read this letter carefully.
Must have something to do with the fact that only one shot must have been fired.
Press this. Oh. Maybe I didn't press this. One of the pistols they use in their show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it. Many boys and girls join the police because of that pistol I hear. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force. Troop Gramarye stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held onto that pistol since. You mean this pistol? The one in the crime scene photo? That's the one. It's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistaking it. We compared the bullets taken from the victim's skull with a bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words. You bet we did. The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir. Here she is. Well, this truly is a blast from the past, haha. It's a strange pistol for magic shows. See? But it can fire real bullets. It looks like so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. Ah, can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently. So, were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that's a lack of fingerprints. In fact, a fingerprint of its own justice. Ha ha. Intriguing. Aha. Intriguing point. Well. Whoa. Not well made. Not intriguing. In any case, the court accepts this into evidence. Oh, examine. If you look closely, you can see how the pistol's made to bend here. It's a one-shot only model. One-shot only model, yeah. So only one shot was fired from the pistol. But there are 2 bullets. Guess this bend is where you load it. It's the famous Gramarye gun. They say kids used to love pretending they had one of these. What if they pretend to miss their targets too? But now it's time to return to our testimony.
Definitely. Oh, no, that's right. This is wrong.
Objection! What? What? I presented the badge? What? I thought I was highlighted on the pistol. Alright. Objection. The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand? Yeah, but like I just said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not. The murder weapon? How? It's quite simple, Your Honor. The pistol only holds one bullet at a time. Yes, Phoenix. Ah. If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too. Yeah! Uh-oh, he's mad. That's not a contradiction. Not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. Let's go, Phoenix! Oh, missed you. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started, and I haven't proven anything yet, beyond my good looks and startling record sales. A lack of humility. Oh, what's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Like I said, Head Detective, it was just a warm-up. Oh, Gumshoe's always the warm-up act. Ugh. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Gremory who shot the victim in the forehead. Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess. Might be my lucky break. Need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach. Court is adjourned. What? That was short. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next week for more Ace Attorney. This feels like a good place to stop. Stream's over. Time for bed. April 19th, 11:21 in the morning. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say, I expected nothing less. No, I'm not actually ending. We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually. I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discovered the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know. I think we need less thinking and more talking. That night in the hospital, what really happened? Ah, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Trucy. Speaking of which, where is she? You have seen the problem yourself. The letter. The one shot in the forehead. One, right? Yes. The reason he speaks of did not deny my mental wishes, even if it meant my own death. Why not? This is something I will not say. Why not? Why not? For now, at least. What's this for now business? I've done many things in my life. Some well, important. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves. You wanted to know about the night of the incident? Finally, this guy sure likes to take his time getting to the important stuff. Of course, I have no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room at night. That night at the appointed time. But he just said, okay. And found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. 2 pistols. 2? Yes, the one I had used on stage. The one that had been used by my partner, but... Oh. Interesting. Okay. Talent. My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then, for a moment. You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him? Recall there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first. So, there were other requests you couldn't refuse before? To be honest, I've not always been steadfast. And I fear I brought pain upon Trucy. Magnifi coercing his disciples, perhaps, somehow? This is what was going on in Troop Grammary. Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket. In your pocket? I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What were those things called? Rifling mark. Yes, well, that is all I have to tell you concerning the case.
Concerning the case.
You mean there's something else you can tell me? Ha! 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 You are a fascinating man, Mr. Wright. Thanks? Question mark? Yes, there is something. My mentor, his eyes open. What? Magnifique Grammary. The old devil. He was not asleep, you see. I mean, you shot a bullet in his room. You shot a gun. Not surprised he woke up from it. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. Yeah, okay. Glad they acknowledged that. And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. He looks really angry. It was not a long discussion. Maybe 5-10 minutes or so. What did you talk about? Ha ha, Mr. Wright. Did I not just tell you? It does not concern this case. Zach Grammary seems pretty steadfast to me. Maybe just stubborn. Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Once again, I am in your hands. Right, let's get back in there. Interesting. April 19th, 11:37 in the morning, District Court, courtroom number 7. Court is now back in session. During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out from the clown's head. Well, this is news. And the rifling marks? There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis. But they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon. Well, that's not very conclusive, is it? Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness. Your decisive witness? They found that it was the bullet in the clown's head was from a type of gun, but not that specific gun. How many times have I heard those words? But they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think. Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident that this witness will do a good job. Probably Valen. After all, he is intimately acquainted with the players in our little production. Yeah, okay. Being the other half of Troop Grammary's famous duo, Zack and Valent. Valent Grammary. So you get to meet the great Magnifie's other disciple. There he is, without facial hair. So weird. Perhaps we start by asking your name and occupation. Valent Grammary. Magician. And you're the decisive witness, are you? You can prove your fellow student, your partner's guilt. Fate, and the grand illusion. Filled with traps and tricks. Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock at night. If you're a witness, does that mean you were there that late? If no one were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes. Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this. That looks very familiar. Wait, that's the same letter Zach Grammary received. Yes, perhaps I should say ta-da. Look at that hair. Order, order, order! And what does it say? Surely not the same thing. Perhaps you should see for yourself. 11:20. I think the other one was 11:05. They chose 2 different times for them to come. Interesting. I could never grow my hair like that. It curls too much. The court accepts this into evidence. This is most unusual. Exactly what was going on with you folk? What exactly was your Troop Grammary up to? By which you mean? I'm just having trouble envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him. Both of them, no less. It's just my opinion here, Judge. But from these last letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them. We walked the magician's path together, and in doing so shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is a strain, a warping of relations, you might say. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand. By which you mean you're not going to tell us. Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse. Well, let's get on with the testimony for starters. The defendant, Zach Gramarye, stands accused. Tell us why. Oh, I'll do more than that. From where he walks, the red roses rise singing hymns to the miracle that is magic. Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. The letter, the murder weapon. And now, the 2 bullets found at the scene. In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time. Big thing. Ha 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 ha. As every magician knows, timing is everything. Yes. And now is the time for you to get this party fired up! Alright. Night of the crime. That night, I visited the hospital room at the time Magnifee requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. That sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. He's claiming he shot the clown after Magnifee was already dead. So you were the one who reported the crime? Indeed, I would think. This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this court. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Gramarye, is guilty. It wasn't Zach Gramarye, and the killer was you, Valen. No disappearing act will get you out of that. Funny. Lot of gunpowder. And the shot. So you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smell gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby? Are you sweating? I do not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination. What? Making up crap. Really? Magic all about illusions and imagination? How about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid. No, you're the one imagining. It is forbidden for a... Shut up. The witness will refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things. Instruction. He says he shot the clown. Knows the subject. There were 2 bullet holes at the scene, one in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you? No doubt my partner Zach and Mutt said the same thing. Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. Better dig around here a bit more. See what I can turn up. Mr. Valen, let me ask you something else concerning the crime scene. Namely... pistol. Well, he would have only seen one pistol, because if it was later, and it would have still been on the table. A bullet in the pistol, maybe? I feel like that's the most logical one. In order to shoot a pistol, you need a bullet. Where was the bullet? I entered the room, took the pistol in my hand. The bullet was already loaded, ready to fire at any time. A magician is always prepared, you see. Prepared for? One never knows when a miracle will be called for. A magician always has 7 doves in his pocket, and a white rabbit up each sleeve. Clearly, we're dealing with professionals here. The bullet that was loaded into the pistol really so important.
That was already loaded.
Ah! But the bullet that was in the victim came from this gun because of the rifling marks that match. And this is the gun that was found in the room. But this is definitely the gun that he shot because Zach has the other one. And if this matches the gun that's in the victim, then he's lying about the fact that he shot the clown. Right? That makes sense. But yes, it is important. Without a loaded bullet, we wouldn't have a murder. It's very important, Your Honor. Very well. Please add these details in the testimony. Can I do but obey? It's already loaded. I may have to pull the trigger. That's not what I thought he was going to say.
But I don't know if this will contradict. But that has to be it, right?
The bullet must be from this gun. And this is the gun that he fired. And the bullet that came from this gun is the one that's in Magnify's forehead. Let's try it. Objection! Dang it. Feels like I'm right.
I just thought he was going to say something different.
Maybe I have to look at one of the other ones. The number of pistols? How many pistols were there when you entered the room? It'll just be one. Let's say one. By which you mean what, precisely? 2 pistols were used in the Zack and Valen quick-draw shooting, correct? One for each of you. You are well informed, yet. Only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room. Did Zack tell me back in the lobby? Oh, flashback in the middle of the trial. No intention of shooting my mentor, yeah. Into that room, but yeah. He took one of the pistols and shot the clown. That's what he said. See no problem with that statement. Only one pistol is visible in the photograph of all the crime scene. So you picked up that pistol and fired it? Indeed, I did. Alakazam, Alakazing, Alakaboo. Let me see exactly what he says for this one. Number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor. Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony. Ah, I think this one fits better. This statement that he said. Let's try. Objection! According to the defendant, Zach Grammer, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on the table. One of the pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his own pocket. Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head. Well, what about what Mr. Valen has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense. What might that be? I told you. I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown. That's your story, at least. But the rifling marks tell a very Yes, Phoenix, Mr. Valen. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us. We compared the bullets taken from the victim's skull, bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullet were a perfect match. So he must have fired it into his forehead. Semi, you should go get some more sleep if you need it. Don't worry, it's okay. You're great. Appreciate you. Mr. Vanna, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead. Order! 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 Well, this is all rather sudden. What have I done? Prosecutor Gavin, I owe the court an apology. Uh-oh. Is he about to update the autopsy report? Sorry. Sorry for what? You see, I was unaware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of the right... Oh no, it's just as bad. Updated murder weapon report. Updated ballistics report, that's a good one. Well, this one is just an honest mistake. Edgeworth 100% did the other one on purpose. The analysis of the rifling marks only proved the type of gun fired. Unless Javier's doing this by mistake too, but he seems genuinely confused. You said you never verified the murder weapon. Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. Quite sincerely, I may add. Might need to go get a tissue. My nose is just really itchy. Let me go do that real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. Kept touching my nose, but if I have a tissue. My chair, because it has my dress robe on it. This is really comfy. It also needs to be washed. Oh god. No, it doesn't smell that bad, but it probably been a little while. It's alright, but yeah, let me not put that on. No, it's just been a while. It's because I don't wash my dressing gown that often, because you can't machine wash it without destroying it. Day in the life when you come to hang out, Wolfie and Ruby, at the same day. Anyway, sorry for the pause. Let me keep going. Or vlog, as Mel would say. Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. Quite sincerely, I might add. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth? How old is he in this? He must be like 19, right? 17! Oh, he's 17. He's a young boy. That was just this morning! I am still young. Yes. And I might add, it wasn't really my fault. Yes, it was. If the defendant had only admitted he took one pistol from the scene of the crime, we would not be having this pleasant discussion now. Valens Gramarye. Yes, Your Honor. You were present to this court as a decisive witness, but you've proven to be more divisive than decisive. Oh, snap, Judge!
Objection!
You see, in time. Question mark? Oh, exclamation mark? The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next. Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin? When Mr. Valent enters the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove, right? The real fight is about to begin. Bring it. Bring it! Very well. The witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what. Who shot what? I arrived in the hospital room at my appointed time, 11:20. I know, confident Phoenix, right? So cool. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation and called in the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. He was quite clear about the time of death. 11:10 p.m.
Well, what the autopsy report said? Estimated time 11 to 11:30.
In my room. It's my part, not me. Partner? Oh, yeah. Those times are rather close, you have to admit. You're talking about an alibi established over a matter of minutes, to use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi. It's easy to explain in this situation, Judge. For example, take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Cue to the song, press the play button, and it will play for 2 minutes 15 seconds. Do it 100 times, the result is the same. Debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long? What a rip-off! Magic is a world of utmost precision. Hocus pocus requires admirable focus. And in the time of death determined by the doctor, there is an incontrovertible truth. Very well. The prosecution warns us that we are dealing with rather precise times. We can expect the cross-examination to require the same level of precision. I would hope the defense refrains from its customarily broad sweeping accusations. Lest we blur the focus this case so clearly demands. Point taken. Faceless room. Oh no. Can I not? I have to press the ones. I have to be careful with pressing, I think. I think it's giving me a warning. This has happened in previous games. Carry on, Mr. Wright. Carry on, right. I think I freaked out more, Sheen, when Dick Gumshoe was called to the stand. Oh boy. Because I already knew about Phoenix from yesterday. Oh, yesterday, last week. But I didn't know Gumshoe was going to be here. Okay, 11:20. Discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation and called in the doctor. Fulfilled my obligation. Oh, do I want to press this? And then this one, 11:10. I want more details. How did the doctor know it was precisely 11:10? I think this one is more. I want to know this more than the others. Hold it! Don't give me a penalty, don't give me a penalty. I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so precise with the time? We do usually only get an estimated time of death, true. I'm not sure I've heard the verified time of death. Magic revels in making the complex appear simple, but reality is the opposite. Look it is complex. In this case, a simple matter of subtraction. I see another person has done their arithmetic homework. The point here is the IV the victim was taking. I have no idea what you're talking about. Quite visible in the photograph of this scene. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim. Magnifique Gramarye's schedule. Every night it's 11. Oh! So they use the IV as like a timer. Magnifique took a IV drip for 30 minutes. I can see the IV bag right there, yes. Now look a little closer. Follow the tube down from the bag to the end. Ah, the needle's been removed. Right, I noticed that too. Doubtlessly it fell out when he was shot. That would seem to be the case. When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips. Ah, you could just measure the remaining IV liquid. Right, precisely, I got it. The IV liquid functions, for our purposes, as an hourglass of sorts. This is how the doctor determined the time of death. From the amount remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had stopped 10 minutes after administering began.
Look at this.
IV report. 30 minutes required to administer full IV, and the amount remaining IV stopped 10 minutes after administration began. That would be 11:10. Right? Yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to overthink it. No, it's definitely 11:10. And so it was when I, Valent, entered that room. 10 minutes had passed since that horrible crime was committed. And this is proof. Well, Mr. Wright? Important. I don't want to get a penalty. Yeah? This can't be true, right? If we're believing our defendant. Do we believe the defendant? I think we believe the defendant. So this has to be a lie. So this must be... There's something fishy going on here. I'm gonna press very important, because we have to find the lie. Thanks for the badge, chap. Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, say it's very important. Agreed. It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time. Behold the power of arithmetic! Very well. Witness will add this detail to his testimony. Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? I don't want to press stuff and get a penalty, but I have to. Hold it! Did you notice the IV yourself by any chance? When first I entered that room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead, and then his left arm did I spy, a rose, drooping and wilted. Its thorn, the discarded IV needle. Not from the vein, by the force of the shot, luckily for you. If that IV had not been there, why, you might be a suspect. Indubitably so. Good word. I might say it's thanks to my lucky color. Your lucky color? Indeed, even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. But always, without fail, brings me luck. What is he talking about? The frick? Why, when Zack and Valent won their first Magicians Grand Prix? Yes, the very one held by the Associations of International Magicians. I was adorned in this attire then too, and a trophy, a bust. Ah, what a day it was! This is one trip down memory lane no one needs. My lucky colour, yes indeed, and the Ty V2. Is he saying he's...
Wait, what color was the ivy?
It's green? He's wearing yellow. He's saying it's the same color. Oh, but the bag is blue. So if the bag is blue and the liquid is yellow, then, you know, show green. The liquid is yellow. Yeah, so he's fine. He's right. It's just weird to talk about it. That does seem to be the case indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony? Alan sure looks happy with himself. Okay, how about this lucky color testimony? Why is there a penalty for this? I mean, no, I don't see a contradiction. The liquid must be yellow because the bag is blue. So it looks green. And he's saying that what he's wearing is yellow. I think. Matches his lucky... He's saying that the ivy matches his lucky color. And the liquid is yellow, and his clothes are yellow, so they match. Right? Not a problem. I don't see any problem with that testimony. If you say so. Let's continue, shall we? Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth. Okay, alright. No penalty. Hi Ellie, I am. I hope you are too. It's good to see you. Okay, hopefully I don't get a penalty for this. That's the other thing I wanted to look at. You walk in on a murder, and the first thing you do is shoot the clown? Disciple does what the disciple must. My mentor's request, without reason, has cause for me a surfeit of sorrow. For what would I, Valent, be now without him? May the soul of Magnifi the Great find forever, or find greater peace above. Then I muttered to myself as I pulled that lonely trigger. In any case, I believe this is nothing more than what we have already learned. I'm still waiting for one of those right moments, Herr Attorney. May I remind you that baseless remarks will earn penalties. Proceed with that in mind. Yes, Your Honor. What pain this is turning out to be. Okay, I didn't get a penalty for it. They just gave me another warning. This is still wrong. But the only thing that it gave me is this. I can try pressing it again. Don't worry, I know the feeling. I'm craving Starbucks. but can't get it. The impact of the shot caused the eye. This is stuff you know. The deceased's final message to this world. How do I go through? Finished. Has to be a hole in this somewhere. Heck, I'll take a print prick. The lie is that the murder happened at 11:10, if we believe our defendant. Is there a contradiction here? I don't think so. I know, right, Wolfie? The stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next, the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead. In his left arm did I spy a rose, drooping and wilted, its thorn the discarded IV needle. Indubitably so. It's thanks to my lucky color. Yeah, he's saying that the color... Unless it's not the yellow that brings him luck? Maybe it's the purple? Maybe. I can try this, because I don't know what else to do. But as far as I see, I don't see a contradiction. He's saying that his clothes are the same color as the color in the IV bag, which is yellow. Yeah. Yellow liquid, blue bag, will look green. Unless it's supposed to point to his purple. Only thing I can think of. Let's try it. Certainly sounds like your lucky colors brought you plenty of luck, but not this time. Mr. Valen, your lucky colors betrayed you. I'm afraid you've lost me. Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence. What? Alright, Phoenix. Please recall my warning at the beginning of this cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Baseless accusations will be duly penalized. I do hope this latest accusation is well-based. Don't worry, I've got all your bases right here. Very well, let's hear the defense's claim. Where is your evidence that contradicts what Mr. Valen has told us? Well, we're going with the fact that the IV liquid is different to the color that he's wearing. Which, like the purple, right? Because the yellow is the same color as the IV. The crime scene tells all, Your Honor. The photo of the crime scene, alright. All this talk of colour has me yearning for a black and white clear-cut simplicity. Tell us, Hale Wright, just where is the contradiction in this photo? My pleasure, and I assure you, it's quite simple. But I can't promise anything in black and white. Oh, snap, the colour pun. Hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What in this photo contradicts the witness's testimony? Valen Gramarye. Let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow. That's what the... What? That's what the color of the liquid is. Am I missing something? Alright, I'm just gonna sit back and let Phoenix, because I'm clearly missing something, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Kind of takes the mystery out of it, but yes. Something wrong with yellow, Mr. Wright? Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo of the crime scene. What's this? Confusion? Doubt? Tell us. What do your elderly eyes spy? Even my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Valent. Look at that IV bag. What? No, it's yellow! Did they not do primary colors in school? It's green because it's in a blue bag. It's yellow. Yeah, I'm telling you. The bag is blue. What are you talking about? It's blue! Alright, whatever. Order! 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 What does this mean? This is some kind of mistake. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin, your witness's mistake. The greener they are, the harder they fall. But there's no substitute for experience. Valent Gramarye, as you reminded us several times. That... I've never seen something more blue in my entire life. But okay, chat. It's fine. Well... not the liquid, whatever. This contradiction can mean only one thing. And to think, you almost had me. I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Something you'd like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin? As far as this court can tell, the witness's testimony does contradict the evidence. Ah ha ha. Yes, a contradiction. One that I shall be pleased to hand right back to you, Mr. Wright. How do you mean? Uh-oh. How? Because the witness has made no mistake. I agree at a glance. The IV does appear sort of greenish yellow. But I assure you... Alright, Clavier, what are you about to say? Yellow liquid? How can you say that? As far as I can tell from this photo, it's green. Yes, but... Right. But keep going. Where's the IV bags? You mean the plastic bag on the... See, okay, when they show it here, it looks a lot more green than it does in this photo. Like, this photo really makes it look like it's yellow passing through blue to make it look greenish. So that's why I thought that it was... Okay, fine. But then they showed this one, which is like bright green. But then Javier said what he said, so I don't know anymore. Figure it out yet? Put a yellow liquid in a blue bag and you get green. That is clear, chat. That is what a clear bag looks like. I see. Your explanation does have the ring of truth to it. As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, are you about to say it's not yellow? It's like red? I don't understand what's happening anymore. You may tell a good tale, but you've just proven something rather grave. For you, that is. Grave? The liquid in the IV bag is yellow, yes. Oh, okay. But how did he know that? See, I would have assumed that he saw it and was like, oh, it's yellow because it's, you know, it's shining through some blue stuff. But, okay. That's what, okay. Alright. Could be, but the thing is, okay, the thing is it wasn't, maybe I'm trying to explain this too much, or maybe it was just my bad, but like, it's because it wasn't a bright green, it looked like it was yellow. Through blue. Maybe I'm slightly colorblind. Maybe I see it, maybe I'm seeing it as as more yellow than you guys see it as. No, that's green, Akuro. Are you just trying to mess with me? Okay. Okay, but how are colorblind people supposed to figure this one out? This isn't fair. Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IV liquid appears to be green. Nice, Quando. Alright, never mind. So let me ask. How did the witness know the IV liquid was actually yellow? Order! 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 Mr. Wright, you will explain this at once. The witness clearly knew the color of the IV liquid, so I'm sure it means something, but what? Of course, let me do everybody's job. Ah, you see red and green. I think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valiant Gramarye, has testified that the IV liquid was yellow because it looked yellow. That's what I thought. Alright, seen it before. He knew the IV liquid's color. Like, maybe he changed out the IV bags? So that it would be at a different time? So it didn't look like he died at 11:20. Yeah, it looked like he died at 11:10 instead. So he knew the IV liquid's color? You guys are gonna make fun of me. Knew the IV liquid's color. And the fact before us, the answer is clear. Witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he'd seen it before, but not inside the blue bag we see in the photo. He saw the liquid by itself, in a clear, colourless bag. I suppose he would have had to, but I'm still not clear as to what this all means. Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor. I'm afraid I find nothing. So what if he knew the IV liquid's color? Leave the getting excited over absolutely nothing to teeny bopper fans, yeah? The IV liquid is the only evidence proving the time of death. A 30-minute hourglass with 20 minutes worth of sand remaining. Your claim, prosecutor Gann. I remember it well. However, there's a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag. Wait! I know! An hourglass uses sand. But an IV bag uses liquid. Yes, well done. I'm right? As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor, no. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh. Okay, well, I mean... he's still right, Phoenix. Give him some credit. Unlike the sands through an hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body. At which point, like magic, it disappears. However, what if the amount of IV's liquid had increased? You could tell, couldn't you? After all, there's no way of knowing how much went in. Let me get this straight here, right? You're saying the witness watered down the victim's IV bag? Not with water, but with IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow. Now wait! I said wait! How might an amateur such as myself essay to perform such a task? I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup. What a comeback, bro! I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between a cup and an IV bag. Quite! Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat? He has a point. Amateurs. I, at least, would have some difficulty pouring IV liquid into the bag. You'd be an expert to see the look on that witness's face. He added liquid to that IV bag to throw off the time of death. Okay, I guess instead of changing it, they've added liquid. Makes sense too. I tire of these fairy tale lacking evidence. Well, Mr. Wright, any solid evidence to bring us back down to earth? Valid Bremery. I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in a life of crime. Might I ask what you're strongly suggesting? Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in that bag. All he had to do was work a little magic. Oh. The prop? The melters? Oh, the syringe! It'd be easy to inject more liquid into it with the syringe. Oh, but this has no signs of use. Wash? That makes sense though. Maybe they mean because it's been washed, it doesn't look like it's been used. It's not like he shot the bag and then put more liquid in it. It's not like he shoved his attorney badge into it. I think it's the only thing that makes sense. Alright. Take that! The victim's syringe. It's the perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick. And easy enough for an amateur to use. What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean, not a trace of liquid in it. And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Gavin? What? The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Well, Valiant Gramarye, as you pointed out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you can manipulate at will! I love the rabbits that pop out. Did you believe, well, this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin? Yeah, he got owned. I'm afraid that, while there is a doubt as to the amount of IV liquid in that bag, the time of death cannot be proven. And that brings our trial to a close for today. Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. And do a little much needed investigation work. I see there are no Oh! Somebody objected. Was it Clavier? It was. Truly, there's no substitute for experience. Nothing blinds one to the truth so efficiently. Word to the wise. Underestimate the young, and they'll sweep your feet out from under you in a way you'd never, ever expect. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking. What's he talking about? You say the witness used the syringe to manipulate the level of the IV liquid, but there is no proof. There's no proof he didn't do it either. Yes, quite true. Huh? He's admitting it? Nor was this witness quite as decisive as I'd hoped. This I admit, after all. Why linger in the past when the future holds so much? Oh, he has another witness? You have something in mind, Prosecutor Gavin? Fair judge. I have another way to prove my case. Oh! Is this the book that Vera forged? Oh, how did you describe the book? It was 6 days ago, so I don't... He described it, it had something on it. What's this? This is the victim. Magnifi Gramarye's diary. Diary? After going into the hospital, Magnifi began writing his memoirs, it seems. The story of his birth, his startling debut, and of meeting his disciples. It seems he intended for the last chapter to end, quite appropriately, with his death. Wait, that book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request? Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently the victim wrote in his journal that night, even after the IV had begun at 11 p.m. Let's read it, shall we? It's IV again. Maybe the last. I'll leave the rest of them. First should come soon. This journal may end here. It may go on, but not long. Ends on his hand. All that is left. No comment. So he's waiting. He's waiting for both Zack and Val. Ooh.
Is this the thing? We got exactly what Clavier asked Vera.
but I know it was a book of some kind. And it was to do with a trial 7 years ago. Hi, Fel! And there's a torn out page that looks like this one fits into it. Which would mean that he wrote this... That's what he meant by 10 minutes after. He was still alive. This means that he was still alive after Zack came into his room. Because it says, it seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least 10 minutes. Right, and they were 15 minutes apart. Unless this is the fourth piece of evidence. Oh, I don't know what to think anymore. Read the very last part with particular care. The journal may end here, or it may go on. But not long. That depends on his hand. Of course, by his. He refers to our defendant, Zack Gramarye. That would make sense, yes. He was the first scheduled visitor after all. But look at what he said before that. His journal may end here, or it may go on. It may go on. Hi, sup! Magnifi Gramarye intended to write again. Uses the old sprites. See, it doesn't have as much impact to me because I played the trilogy on the Switch version with the HD sprites. So it's my first time seeing the old sprites anyway. But I'd see it, yeah. It's going well, it's going well. I'm enjoying this. It is. If Zack Gramarye didn't pull the trigger. I see the defense understands the meaning of this. The victim's diary does not go on. It ends. But what about the ripped page, bro? Because Magnifield's life was brought to an end by the defendant. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Alright. Thank you, chat, for the bless yous. Zack Gramarye. Order! 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 Prosecutor Gavin! Are you certain that Magnifi Gramarye wrote this? There is no mistaking his handwriting. Well, this does seem to be significant. Yeah, this is the past case from 7 years ago, Kitty. According to this, Magnifi did intend to continue his diary. Yet, if his diary ended here, which plainly it did, then the one who pulled the trigger was the first visitor, Zack Gramarye. Well, how do you like me now there, right? Still too green for your tastes? Me? No, you know what it is? It's the dust that settled up around my CRT for not using it for very long. So now every time I use it, dust gets blown up. He's clearly right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it hard to believe. Monka S! Emoji only mode. He'd overlook such an obvious problem with his precious evidence. Well, Mr. Wright, the witness's testimony we heard was lacking, but put together with this evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case. The diary's accepted like this, the trial's over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something. Show evidence? No need! Nah, it's fine. I'm left with no choice but to show my own evidence! What? You have some evidence that overturns this diary? It's not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment. Very well. Please show us your evidence, Mr. Wright. Incidentally, don't even think of showing us this diary I've just shown the court. Now that we've come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive. Show us evidence that proves the victim continued writing his diary. Alright, I'll be happy to. The decisive evidence proving that the diary didn't end with this page. I'm a bit scared about presenting this because we know that Phoenix lost his badge for forged evidence. And this was literally just handed to us from out of the blue. And it fits really well. So, this is a bit tentative, but we'll see. Take that! Take that! First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has been clearly ripped out. What's this? I hadn't noticed that at all. That's why I'm still here talking about this. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. I don't believe it. Looking at this page, it's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnifique Gramarye. That's the defense's position. Wait, let me see that. What in Sam Hill? Why? This is the continuation of the victim's diary. Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match with the torn remains of the last page in Magnifique's diary. Right. Remarkable. Would you care to explain what this all means? Heir attorney? The diary continued after his first visitor came. Which means that the victim was still alive. Yes, okay, after Zach Gramarye. That's the thought process I went through too. Put it back on, you guys don't want to talk in my chat. Oh my god, maybe I should just close chat. Leaving no one to take his life but the second visitor. Valent Gramarye. No. No! The handwriting too. Much as that on the other pages. I've got a really bad feeling about this. This is without a doubt the genuine article. Uh-oh. Order. Order! Order! But wait, that's impossible. The old man couldn't have written that. Welcome back, Jerry. Finally. You just couldn't resist. Could you, Heir Wright? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Head Judge? Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Might I request you put the current cross-examination on hold? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The prosecution would like to call a new witness. But Prosecutor Gavin! This evidence overturns the current witnesses. Uh-oh, he's gonna prove that something's forged. We're in crap. I only ask you put it on hold. Please. A new witness has a very, very important piece of testimony to give. Who could it be? 5 minutes. No more. I promise you. It can't be Vera, because she's... No, it can't be Vera. You put it that way. You're right. What's your take on this? Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, he'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway, so it might as well be sooner. Then, this is highly, highly irregular. We will put the current cross-examination on hold. The witness may step down. Now, Prosecutor Gavin, please bring the surprise witness to the courtroom. I had a bad feeling just then. Same. That ripped out page was too obvious. That's what I thought. He must have known. I should have known it was a bad sign all around. Holding trial with no audience is a first, even for me, Prosecutor Gavin. Who's that? I beg the court's understanding. Oh! Yeah, we're in crap. But I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony. Judiciary deal? The details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say. So it wasn't Vera, but it's the closest thing to Vera that we'll see. Thought it best to contain the information to this room. Very well. And you are the witness, I gather? Ah, yes. Yes, sir. State your name and occupation for the record. My name's Drew Measham. I'm a painter. A painter? And you are somehow related to this case? No. Well, not say. I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Measham, was it? Do you know what this is? Oh, yeah. I know it well. How's that possible? Have you seen this diary page somewhere before? Oh, yeah. I mean, I made it. You... What? You made it? Yes. You might call it one of my works. The regional prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday. Illegal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Zach Gremery. Illegal evidence? I initiated an investigation and found the witness. A painter to the world at large, Drew Measham, has another side. You might say, he is skilled in making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words. Forgeries? Well, so, we are to understand that this page here is fake, prepared by a certain defense attorney. Hold it! I didn't prepare this evidence! The attorney speaks. Something about this page, I presume. What is it he's saying? Makes no sense! After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix, right? Witness. Mr. Measham, was it? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client? He's gonna say it was me. Oh, I don't know. What? Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. They make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contact. But there's no proof that this is a fake. It's a fake, huh? To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say without a doubt, this is mine. Well, tell us. What's your special mark? Mr. Wright, you have just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court. Oh, he's not telling us what... Okay. Well, we'll just take him... his word. It was careless of me. That's all I can say. Oh, old boy. Yeah, it was her. Yeah, where did she get this from? Somebody handed it to her? Oh, trap. Fatal trap. Mr. White. Yes? You have an explanation for yourself? I did. Did the court hear it? Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime. And presenting it in court, a serious mistake. A fatal mistake for an attorney. Fatal too, perhaps, for your client, I fear. Tell me, what kind of a defendant relies on forged evidence? The answer is quite clear. A guilty one! Your Honor, wait! I understand that presenting forged evidence in court is a serious crime, but you cannot hold my client responsible for actions I undertook as an individual. I am sorry, Mr. Wright. Your Honor? Another close call, I dare say. If the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip. everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah? I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself. I see no need for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed. Is this what happened to Trucy's father? He got convicted? She doesn't blame me. Mr. Attorney. Yes, could I ask your name? Question mark? Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright. I have seen and studied many people, but none like you. I'll remember you, Mr. Wright. What's gonna happen? Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must... Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There is one thing I wish to make clear today in this courtroom. You cannot declare me guilty. Right, he said this to us, but it is impossible. I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you. Except, tell me, how do you plan on announcing your verdict when your defendant does not exist? What? Doesn't exist? What are you talking about? I really want to reference something from a Harry Potter movie. But I can't. Mystery Enigma. Oh, he just left. No, there's a scene in which Dumbledore just does something awesome, but it's very similar. Has the same vibe. The defendants escaped. Find him, quick! Bailiff, close all exits from the building. Bro, he's gone. How did he do that? That day, in that courtroom, a miracle occurred. Is he still... Wait, he just left? He left, completely. He just left Trucy. What? What the... He's there. What? I'm so confused. Trial of magician Zack Gremory vanished, along with him, for all eternity. The mysteries that remain behind were all solved, however, but not until 7 years later. Where did he go? No, I can't go all the way. I can't also stop. Please, I want to exit. It won't let me exit. Where did the vanishing defendant Zach Gramarye go? It won't let me exit. What about the girl who's left behind? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. Is Mason. That's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. When all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first you must trace the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. Oh, this is becoming really meta for Ace Attorney. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet. But I'm not Apollo, he's talking to me. The player. So too, do I have my own weapon of sorts. Eyes emoji. Oh, he still has the Magatama! Yo, let's go! Wait, your Magatama? It's not yours, but okay. I mean, I guess it's yours. To give it to you, but yeah. I guess. Alright, fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's kind of his. That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Touch the arrow to switch between past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. What? I can choose where to go? When did this become Zero Escape? What? This is so cool!
I can't choose these.
Oh, we're going. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. Oh, I want to keep going. Rip his badge! I want to keep going, but I'm so tired. Yeah, I think it is. I understand why Gab and Darkbird were like, I don't really know exactly what time estimate to give you. I understand now. Don't worry. It's not linear anymore. It's kind of all over the place. Hmm. So I have a question. Do you think it will be, as an estimate, do you think it will be one more stream or two more streams? Akuro says half. Wait. People said 2, one person said 3, and then people are saying half. I'm so confused. It's probably 1. Okay. Depending on how long the section takes me. I don't know, I had to stare at a man for 40 minutes to figure out that he sweats when he's nervous. How much time can I afford? None. I feel like I'm about to fall asleep any second. The only thing that's like fueling me is the fact that I'm really enjoying the game and I'm having a hype time with you guys. But the minute I go off stream, I'm probably just gonna fall asleep. I'm very, very, very tired. No, you're good, Gab. Don't worry. I started really late anyway today. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I've had some trouble sleeping this week. I think the lack of going outside has kind of messed with my body clock. Some days I'm sleeping like 14 hours, and then like in 48 hours I think I slept 3 hours, and it kind of it's been messing with my sleep schedule, and I'm falling asleep at random times. Yeah, so the lack of like proper exercise and going out is kind of messing up my sleep schedule, but I want to stream at the same times, so that's why I had to cancel stream on Saturday. So I'm trying to fix that as best as I can. Yeah, like I've still been going out for a run every now and then and going to get groceries, but it's like, it's so small compared to how much I used to go out that, you know, it's not really, like my circadian rhythm is just completely off. So I'm gonna try to fix it somehow. 6 hours of this next time. So Saturday, you think we'll finish it on Saturday? Yeah, I know I'm not alone on it. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Oh, I have the perfect person to raid. Can we raid someone, chat? What do I raid him with? FFC stuff does he have? Nothing too crazy. Only if we raid with Lord Daddy. That's kind of a weird message. Badge? I mean, we could just post badge. I think he'll understand it. Because he's a regular in my stream. He's also a great friend and I love him. His name is Semi No Lemon Stars or Seminal Monsters. He's great. You've probably seen him around. We hang out and talk and chat a bunch. We hang out at GDQs. He just started streaming very recently, and for those of you who are here and watch my Barber playthrough and loved it, he is currently playing through Barber, and he's still pretty early into the game. I think he's on World 4, without giving too much away. And I've been loving watching him play it because I love he speaks out his ideas and he's really emotive about everything and just great. It's fantastic. And he's a fantastic friend and I can't wait to see him again. But yeah, just raid him with Badge. That's it. That's the raid message. Badge. Just go with Badge. Doesn't have to be a huge raid, but he's a small channel, so anything I'm sure he appreciates. But yeah, go check him out. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna try to stream at least once during the week. Maybe like Thursday, but maybe with like some just chill Pokemon in the night or something. Try to make up the time for the Saturday, and then I'll stream Saturday and Sunday as usual once my body allows me to do it. Yeah, you guys are great. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.